Okay. I
The controls from you, I'm gonna take them away. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna take away the control.
And I was just over here bouncing like, oh my goodness.
I
Take the controls from this one. She gets
Okay, everybody, if you aren't already familiar with us, this is our MO. Yes, I am in charge of the buttons. Today was a button moment. I'm so sorry, but it just lends to our charm and just total likability, everybody. It is Friday. It is time for having fun with J and J. As usual, we are up to all good, but always having a laugh at everything because holy moly, I'd edit it, but you know what? Then we'd be normal. Who wants normal?
No, we're not normal.
Normal is overrated. Normal is overrated.
Yeah.
So we are here. It is Friday. It is noon. It is time for having fun with J and J. We have a special. We have actually, I feel, as a celebrity, and that's how we're getting so shishi, guys. Shishi. We have Tonya Cross from North Carolina, right? Am I totally frozen?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so I'll still yap, and that's not a bad picture of me.
Yeah, now
usually you get like a weird one.
She froze on the sex.
That's like where you get freezes.
Yeah, she froze on the sexy pose. She went.
I did. I hope someone got a screenshot of that.
Right, I tell you.
Anyway, interrupting my wonderful intro for Tonya Cross. She is from North Carolina. She has a business and it's called Accented Glory. Is that correct? And she's been on covers of magazines and she's done lots of good stuff. So we aim to please people. We want to bring you crafters from all over the United States, from every corner of our lovely country, to find all the marvelous, just they're so inventive and creative and talented, and they are in your backyard. So please remember, when you're looking for a gift for someone special, birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions, or just because you want to show someone that you really love and care for them, please shop local. Please look for your crafters and your artisans and your artists, and their prices aren't any really cheaper for what you get. So that's just my soapbox for this morning. I was just so proud to have her. I saw her products on her wonderful website, and yeah, just very, very impressed. So I'm gonna swing it over. I'm Jenny. Wait, should I like?
You didn't even introduce us. She's Jenny. I'm Jeanette.
I got thrown off by being frozen in time. Okay. Jenny, this is Jenny. There's Jeanette over there, and Miss Tonya is down there. So go ahead, Jeanette.
You're gonna walk.
Go ahead.
Okay, so as usual, we're always having fun. We're real here. We like to have fun. So I met Tonya on a platform called Alignable, and she's in two of my groups, right? The Arts and Crafts and the Christ in Crafts. So I love that I met her, and I loved her spirit. I invited her for a show, and I wanted her to see how fun it is. So I'm glad that she's here with us, and she's gonna introduce herself, and then she's gonna tell us a little bit about your business and how did you start this wonderful business that you have. Tell me about you, Tonya.
Hello, everyone. I am Tonya Cross. I am the accessory designer of Accented Glory. Accented Glory is my handcrafted fashion accessory brand. So I'm all about slow fashion. My specialty is cowrie shell, if you hadn't figured it out yet. Cowrie shell and African print designs. How did all this start? Oh my goodness. It started back in 2013. I was looking for natural hair for me because I started wearing my hair like it naturally grows out of my head. And I was having a hard time finding hair accessories to fit that. So my friend suggested, hey, you've been making things all your life. Why don't you just make them?
That's how it happens.
Like, you know what? I think I will. And I did. And what ended up happening, other people started seeing them as like, hey, can you make me this? Can you make me that? And I was like, I might have something here, So, and it just snowballed from there. And here I am. I sell on Amazon and Estes and yeah. So that's how it all started. Started from a need that just snowballed into a business. Yeah.
Wow. So when people started asking you for things and stuff like that, did you do a lot of vending events as well? Did you even consider that?
Yes. I started out just doing people just requesting and asking. And then I tried my hand at vending events. I was like, okay, if these particular people within my sphere of influence like it, let me expand out and see how other people respond to the designs that I created. So you're correct. I started vending and doing different vending events and just kind of broadening my audience and got exposure to a lot more people. Yeah.
Wow. So who came up with the name for your business? You did?
I did because what initiated was the scripture that says how a woman's hair is her glory. So then I was like, okay, so I'm accenting the glory because I started out with hair accessories. That was where I started. But over the years, I've expanded into other designs and products. So yeah.
Wow.
Give that little explanation of the shells. I found that really interesting. The history of the shells.
Oh yeah. The cowrie shell.
Yeah.
The cowrie shell is the first form of money known to mankind. So what they would do, they would string the shells together. So however many shells were stringed together would equate to a monetary value. They also represent honor, respect, and inspiration. So yeah.
Really? I never knew that. I learned something every day.
That was so fascinating when I heard that, like the original dollar bill, like penny or whatever coins we now use is what they use for bartering. That's amazing.
You're trying to tell me I was rich all this time and no one told me?
Yep.
That's not fair.
Could have gone down to Corpus and picked up some shells, but no. So do you buy those from a specific vendor? How do you get those?
Like, what do you look for in a vending event?
Okay. Well, I purchase authentic because you can get fake cowrie shells, but it's important for me for my cowrie shells to be authentic. So I have a wholesaler that I purchase from on eBay. I get mine from a wholesaler on eBay because it's difficult to find quality cowrie shells. So once I found that vendor, because I've experimented and tried different people, and I was like, no, it doesn't meet my expectations. Because Jenny and I was having this conversation, like as women entrepreneurs, we have higher expectations, I guess.
Yes.
I would say, and quality is very important to me. So I do have this one vendor that I purchased from on eBay, and that's where I get my shells from. And I go through a lot of shells. I order about 2,000 at a time.
Wow.
Here's a question. Do you have anything that's completely shell that you can show us, any of your products besides the earrings you have?
Oh, sure. Look, that's why I said, let me go ahead and do this from my desk. So I have, because I'm in my design station. And I say, in case they ask me, I will have something on my desk that I'm working on.
You know, we're gonna ask.
We want to know where everybody works.
And when I watch some of your shows, because I ended up being watching your shows, I was like, yeah, they definitely gonna ask. So let me just go ahead and set up. Let me just go ahead and set up.
Because they know what to expect.
Yeah,
we're so nosy. We want to know where everybody works and their home. We want to know. Just us.
This is how I work. This is where all the I got the background blurred, so y'all can't see all the other stuff that's laying everywhere.
That's okay. But, look, and we all got something everywhere.
This is my cowboy shell headband. This one is my top seller. This is definitely my number one seller. With this particular headband, all of my headband designs are adjustable. Because one of the things that I do is I talk to my customers and just find out what their needs are and what they're looking for. And one of the things that people share with me is that they don't wear headbands because they cause headband headaches. So I'm thinking, how can I solve this problem? How can I resolve this for these people? Because they're missing out. Headbands are amazing. So I said, okay, I'm gonna just make them adjustable. So all of my designs, all of my headband designs are adjustable. So the wearer is able to control how tight the headband fit. So a lot of my reviews, my customers be like, girl, I forgot I had that thing on. I went to bed.
That is great. But that's so important. You don't know.
And all that stuff,
trying to head back to fit my big head, because you know that would be something, because I have the same excuse. It's like they're too tight or they're too big, they're just not adjustable, and you cleared that. So see, people, that's what I'm saying. We always come out with ideas as crafters, what people need. We're not a big corporation that we have to go through millions of people and a board of director and all this crap just to do one adjustment. You know, we could do the adjustment ourselves. That's custom. That's what the show is all about. The custom stuff that you get from the quality of crafters that we have on here. And that is wonderful. I want to see the adjuster. I want to see I'm trying to get into the TV.
Okay. It's my adjustability. Other people have adjustable headbands, but what makes my particular headband unique is I have like a sliding apparatus that makes mine adjustable. So yeah, you can just slide it and make it better. To me, it's a lot more work, but it's a better quality than the other adjustable.
You know, it's the little touches. It's only the little touches that you get to see people's joy when they wear it, you know. So does it go here? Like, does it go like this? Or does it go like
you can wear it. I'll put it on. You can wear
I keep freezing, so you just hear my voice.
But if you can wear it like around this way, you have like all kind of styling options. I've even had customers wear it as a necklace. You can wear it this way.
Ooh.
If you have different hair, if you have different hairstyles, even though you have the same hair, you can adjustable and use it in different ways.
Right.
You know, up in a chinook kind of thing, or across your head.
Yeah.
Right. In a bun, a messy bun. Yeah. Or you can wear it like this, like I did the first time. And I've had a customer to even wear it because it's adjustable. Wear it as a necklace. Yeah, they're wearing
it. Functional piece of crafting that you can wear all kind of ways.
So they worn it as like a
wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. So then, and this is another thing I recommend for crafters. At least talk to your customers at least once a year, just to get an idea of what needs are. And that's something that I do. I talk to my customers at least.
Why did we shrink?
Where's I told you we're freezing today. There we are. I'm gonna put you back. Um, we're freezing, guys. Hold on.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
We're back.
there we are. Tonya, do it again. Talk to your customers at least once a
Oh,
year.
yeah. I recommend that handcrafters talk to your customers at least once a year. And I schedule like an interview with them. And, I get their permission and ask, and I record it because I go back and listen to it because I ask them, what do you like about my designs? How do you think I can improve or make them better? And the biggest thing that the last time I did it, the biggest thing that people said that they like the adjustability of my pieces, and kind of like what you said, Jeanette. It's like whether you have a small head, or a large head, or a medium-sized head, I can still wear it. I don't have to question, am I going to be able to wear it? A lot of my customers they're women, so they have small wrists, and they say a lot of jewelry is too large for their wrist. It just simply falls off. So they like the fact that my bracelets are adjustable, my headbands, basically everything I have is adjustable. Because of that, because I said, okay, this is a need and this is a gap I can fill.
Yep.
As a creative.
That is super important. And because I'm one of those that the bracelets are usually like they don't fit comfortable. So I have to get the pull ties. The pull ties is what helps. And there's light and comfortable. And you have made it where everything you get is adjustable. So you don't get that in the store at all. So see, this is a perfect example of how you show people the contact within a year. I never thought about that. I'm like, man, I know some customers I need to call. I didn't think about that. So you just gave us an idea. And I love when crafters come on here and they get to tell us, what they do to keep successful and things like that. And that's one of the things. So thank you for sharing that. Do you have any other tips for crafters who are trying to launch a business? You did it because somebody said, hey, you do it anyway. Why don't you just make a business? And here's the fact. We go back to this all the time in every show. And is that all you have to do is say yes?
True. Yeah. Just
That's
say
what
yes.
You have to do. It's
right. But one of the things,
imagine if they would have told you, hey, you need to sell and get customers, and you would have said, nah, that's okay. I'll keep doing gifts. It's okay.
Right. One of the things I've learned this year, and we're just in June, but in 2024, the thing that I learned was I had to make a decision because as creatives, we always have all these ideas in our head, right?
Yeah.
Always creating, which is nothing wrong with that. It's fine. But I had got to the point where one of my mentors had to sit me down and she said, you got to make a decision. Are you running a business or do you have a hobby? And she was like, I'm not saying you can't make new things, you can't make new designs, but you need to take care of the business first.
Exactly.
So, and that's what I had to start doing in 2024, because as I share, I sell on Amazon, I sell on Etsy. So I have to make sure those inventories are up to stock and up to par before I start experimenting with something new. If those inventories aren't fulfilled, Tonya, you can't create nothing new. You need to take care of your inventory first, because that's your income. That's where your money comes in. So yeah, that's been my biggest lesson for 2024 is,
and that's an excellent lesson for everybody. And we try to talk. I was just going to ask you how you do your creating. Like, at what point do you say, okay, I want to try to do this, but I need to take care of business first? So is there a special product that actually hit you and said, look, I got to make this product no matter what? Is there one product that really?
The way I manage that is, I recommend everybody have this as well, is processes and procedures.
Ooh. Processes and procedures.
Yes.
I'm
So
taking notes.
Yeah.
basically, I have divided up my week. On Monday is my administrative day. And this is just for me. You figure out what works for you. Okay. For me, Monday is my administrative day. Tuesday, I focus on, and I got my little note here on my desk. I'm gonna pull it out right now to remind myself. On Tuesdays, I focus on earrings, bracelets, and my hair jewelry. That's all I make on Tuesdays. Okay. Thursdays, I do headbands and necklaces. Fridays, I work on handbags and hats. Okay. Saturday is my catch up day. You know, if I have to catch up and make sure my inventory is sufficient in my shops, my online stores. But Saturday is the day I designate to, hey, let's experiment. Let's try something new. Let's create a new design. Sunday is my day of rest. If God rested, Tonya got to rest.
So do you.
That's my thing. That's my motto. Don't bother me on no Sunday. I'm the same way.
So that's my process. That's how
What day do you do your social media, your posting? Do you
social media? That's the day I skip. I do that on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the day I skip. Wednesday is usually my social media day as far as that portion of what I do. But as far as my creative process, those are the days I create certain designs.
That's a great program to follow. Everybody should be. I had a calendar like that. Like this day I had, and I don't know what happened. I threw it out the window because it just wasn't falling for me.
I happened to you, dear.
Yeah, that Jenny happened to me. So I just threw it out the window. Okay, I get it. Whatever. But that's a great. It's just so wonderful to have someone that knows her stuff, wants to go to do. You're gonna do what you got to do. You got a process, and you're organized. Organization is one of those things that is really great for a business, especially with crafting. We can go left. Because let me tell you, I have gone
very easily go left.
we can go left, and we're like, "What is this for?" You end up buying things that is like, "What it is for again?" And you forget. I'm telling you, it's great just to slow it down.
Right. Let me make this very clear. Let me disclose this. I haven't always been like this. It has been a process. It definitely has been a process because as your brand grows and scales, so should you. And so as my brand grew and scaled, I had to make those adaptations and make those changes in order to remain profitable. Because at the end of the day, I mean, yes, we love what we do and enjoy what we do, but at the end of the day, we like making money.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
For what we love. And in order to continue to do that, I had to figure out I got to do something because I just felt like I was chasing my tail, And I was like, I got to figure this out because this is not the life I was hoping for as an accessory designer. So that's why I had to create those processes and procedures for myself to maintain some kind of balance.
You took a chance on your passion and you said, this is my passion. I love doing this. I'm going to make it a business and I'm going to work it. You work it like a boss. Okay. And you did. And that's what you did. You like a boss, and I keep telling people, if you gave the man, which is the world, when we were young, we all had that job. If you gave the man 8 hours of your day working, why wouldn't you give 8 or 9 hours to your own company where you're the boss? You know,
Right.
I keep telling people that be the boss of your business. Work
Right.
it until you get to where you want to be. I know Jen
Right.
came along, but that's becoming another.
Well, I,
Yeah.
no, I
Right.
think the
Right.
misnomer comes when
Right.
people say, I'm sorry, go ahead. The,
I
the
was
misnomer is that people have their own business and
right.
they can do whatever they want to do. Like they have
Mhm.
all this money. And so now you see them on the beach, you see them in their brand new car. And I'm like, look, small business people have to tend to their business.
Right.
Yes, it's flexible. Yes, you can, instead of asking the boss to go pick your kid up early at school, you can say, look, I'm going to go pick my kid up at school and I got to take this phone call when I'm driving. The,
Mhm.
the, the fact of the matter is small businesses work their tails off. They
Yes.
they fund
Mhm.
themselves for the most part.
Yep.
Um,
Mhm.
they are working constantly, even when you're at church or you're at your service or wherever at, you're praying, Lord. You're praying for other people, but you're
Mhm.
also asking for a good word in there to get you through another week.
Right. Right.
And it's
Right.
joyful, but it's also there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. And
Right.
I think the way Tonya has presented her business is
Mhm.
she accepts that responsibility, but she does it with joy because this is her work. This is her thing. This is what
Mhm.
makes her.
It's her passion, her
Um,
little passion.
yes,
Mhm.
and so there are a few people that can sit there and say, "Oh yeah, I can drive a Porsche or Maserati while I'm making money," but that's not that's not for most of us. Most of us are working our business all the time.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
It's
On
it's
that
you know.
note, it
Right.
is
Uh-oh,
time.
she's gonna hit me. I'm telling you, Tonya, she's hit me with something right twixt the eyes right now. I know it. I hear it
That
coming.
time, okay, is that time. So as we know,
I hear
always
it.
at the end that she hates it. She's like, I don't have enough time. But we have the word of the day. So the word of the day is get addicted to peace. Okay.
Whew.
Peace I have with you. My own peace I now give and bequeath to you. Not as the world gives it, do I give it to you. John 14:7. Now, check this out. She begins to say that she was always chaotic. She said many people cannot hear from God because they have too much turmoil in their lives. Their insides are like the freeway during rush hour traffic. I keep thinking
That
about
would be me.
they literally didn't know how to be peaceful. It is as if they are addicted to turmoil. They keep things agitated and stirred up seemingly on purpose. In fact, they get comfortable living in the state of chaos. It has become their normal state, even though in God's economy, it is not normal at all. Now, in Romans 3:17, it says, and they have no experience of the way of peace. And then she begins to say, but now I'm addicted to peace. As soon as my peace disappears, I ask myself how I lost it and start looking for ways to get it back. I'm believing that as you read this, you will become so hungry for peace within God that to make whatever adjustments you need to order to have the peace that you need. I'm also believing that you will begin to follow peace at all times because peace will lead you into a perfect will of God. Jesus said that if we follow him, he will give us peace free of charge. In fact, he said he will bequeath his own peace to us. Okay. And what I take from that is sometimes as crafters, we are always, our minds, they're like, I mean, you don't sleep and our minds are like
Yes.
going like this,
Yes.
going
Yes.
because we are always thinking. But I
Mhm.
have taken my example is how I got this peace was I took time in the morning and say, God, I'm going to put you first. I'm going to meditate and control my situation today. And I'm going to just think about, take my steps slowly because we crafters, we think 100 miles ahead. They got a nickname for me. They call me the runner, because I'm always thinking. But because that's the way our mind works. We're crafters.
Right.
We give them that passion, that gift, right? But sometimes that's why we take Sunday. Sunday is our peace day, the peace that we can have within, right? to be able to focus on the future and what's gonna happen. So Sunday is like I closed this whole door. My husband knows the office is closed. He always said the office is closed. He's talking to the dog. She is closed. So I take that time and I just forget it. Make yourself a schedule, like you have a schedule. Do you have a moment in the day, like an hours that you work? Like mine is from 10 to maybe 7:30.
Yes, I do. But let me also clarify this. I still work a 9 to 5.
What?
Oh, we didn't know that.
What?
Yeah.
To the end of the interview to say
So
that.
But yes, I do have hours that I work. I have a designated time that I work my designs. Yes.
Okay, there you go. Well, we always
I
have
didn't. I
time.
was just going to ask you about because I thought the best way to get peace actually is I am not a schedule person. I work another job as well,
Mhm.
and so I honestly don't know how to do that, and it's just who I am. My
We
family
love you
always
like that.
knows that I'm always on. I'm always on. But
I'm her. I'm her. I'm
you've
her eyes,
managed
her ear.
you've managed to do the scheduling, which I think is so helpful
Mhm.
Mhm.
because you get your mind right with what you're doing.
Mhm.
And sometimes that's hard. Like I, if I have to create something, if my mind is not on that, I'm
Mhm.
wasting my time. There's some things your mind has to
Yeah.
be ready to do.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so I want before we adjourn, I wanted to ask you real quick about the Create Muse series. Do it You're talking about how your symbols and numbers affect your design.
Mhm. Mhm.
Do you have a place on your Facebook that you go through that? Like if people go to your Facebook, they can know more about that. It's on your website, but I didn't see it
Yeah,
on
I
your
want
Facebook.
you to say your website too, and anything. How can people
Yeah.
find? How can people
Okay. Okay. My website is w at Senate, which is my brand name, glory.com. On social media, my handle is the same across the board. I make it very easy for people to find me. You can find me at Senate Glory, which is my brand name. But I share in my product description, I call it my design story. You know how people have a brand story?
Mhm.
I call them my design story. So in my product descriptions, I share about the number of shells I use and why I chose that number of shells to use and what that number represents. I speak about the symbol that's incorporating design, but I don't have like a particular page that lists all that, but I share that in the description on my sales page of each
Okay,
design. Mhm.
Well,
fine.
let me just tell everybody before we sign off for the day. She's been featured on Essence,
Mhm.
Martha Stewart, Good Housekeeping,
Mhm.
Refinery 29. She's kind of all over the place. She's got a lot of really good reviews, a lot of good exposure,
Mhm.
which means that she's got a great product, people.
Yeah.
And her customer service seems to be top notch.
Yes.
So make sure you check this out. Again, www.accentedglory.com. Hope I got that right.
Right, that's correct.
And you can go to our Etsy store. You can go to Amazon. Um, we're hoping to have her. Jeanette, are we saying something today?
Nope. Next week.
Oh, you're killing me, girl.
Next
Okay.
week we will.
Sip it.
We're gonna do a flash next week, and I'm gonna tell you why we're gonna do it next week. But next week, promise.
Wah, 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 wah. Okay. Um, she's always busting my balloons here. Okay. I was all ready to say, I
Oh, yes.
was. But Tonya has been like an amazing guest. She's given us so many golden nuggets for success on your businesses. Doesn't matter what you produce, doesn't matter what kind of product you produce. It's all basics, peeps, ladies, gents, customer service, quality. People want the same thing when they go to buy it. They're looking for the same thing if they're buying the same product. And she's obviously a lovely person. So if she's contacting her client list once a year, that's amazing. That's a wonderful, wonderful small business owner. So
Right.
thank you, Tonya, for coming in on our show. We just love to have you, and we're gonna follow up with Tonya. Check her out. Jeanette, say goodbye. I gotta say
Bye,
goodbye, I guess.
everybody.
Bye.
We always hate to say goodbye, but all right. Yes, I'm in charge of the button. We're gonna see how this goes. Cross your
Don't get
fingers.
button happy. Don't get button happy. That's all I gotta say.
There's no problem.
On the other end. That's all I gotta say. Okay.
All right. Bye.
See you next